Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today I wanted to film a video creating a look from the Anastasia Riviera palette. This is one of her new launches. It is so beautiful. Look at those colors. It's literally stunning. Literally stunning. I can't. But I wanted to create a more wearable look using this palette and show you guys how you can create literally any look with any palette. So I came up with this very wearable everyday look with this palette that when you first look at it you're like, holy crap, like I would never use those colors, but look at this look. I did it. So if you guys want to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. My face is so red. My nose is really red. I don't know why. I think it's just because I'm like hot. I'm kind of hot. I'm wearing a sweater. Don't mind my appearance. I just got out of work. I worked 10 hours today and now I'm here. Okay, hey guys, so I did my eyebrows off camera because it takes me like 30 minutes and I didn't want to deal with it. I also primed my eyes. I used the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the shade Light 2 Vanilla to prime my eyes, and I set them with some powder. And for my eyebrows I used the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Soft Brown. Yeah, and I carved them out, which I never do, but yeah. So for today's look, I really wanted to dip into the Riviera palette by Anastasia. I purchased this. I probably shouldn't have, but I did. And it's beautiful, look at it. Let me just take a second. Thank you. Yep, okay. So I'm gonna take the shade Coastline right here. So I'm gonna take the shade Coastline right here first, and I'm just using it does have a little bit of kickback. I haven't used this yet, so we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to start by putting this in the crease. That's pretty. Alright, so I went ahead and did the same thing on the other eye. I used Coastline in the crease. Next I'm going to take the shade Cabana and put this in my crease as well. I think I'm going to try to keep it a little bit more defined. Okay, I don't know if that really did much of anything, but I'm just going to do it to my other eye as well, just to make sure everything is balanced. Next I'm going to go into the shade Palm right here and just use this to deepen up the outer corners a little bit. I'm just going to use a tiny little bit. I don't want it to get too dramatic. I just want to add a little bit of deepening. Okay, this is not working out. Okay, so I deepened the outer corner just a little bit, just add a little bit more dimension, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. For my lid, I'm going to go in with the shade Yacht. No, that's not it. For my lid, I'm going to go in with the shade Yacht, which is right here. It's more of the more wearable shimmer shades in the palette. I was also thinking about going in with this one, but I think it's just a little bit too gold and too much for today's look, so I'm gonna go in with Yacht, which is a little bit darker than I would normally go for, but I think it would make a good wearable lid shade. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Yacht. Ooh, that is so pretty. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put Yacht on the other lid. Alright guys, so this is the look so far. I love it. First I'm going to go in and just wipe off the fallout that fell from the eyeshadows. There was a little bit of fallout, especially from the yacht color, which that doesn't bug me at all. That is the one reason why I do my eye makeup before my face makeup, so that I can just wipe it all away. So I'm going to prime my face first. I'm going to use the Smashbox Primerizer first. I like to use this just to give my face a little bit of hydration. And then I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is the smoothing primer, and I like to put this where I have like problematic pores. I just use like a tiny little amount, and this is pretty much where it's right here. Just because I have pretty large pores. My nose is still beet red. My face is just really red all the time. So I'm gonna go in with my NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I use the shade Mont Blanc, and I'm just gonna do a couple pumps. I use this little tin thingy, and I just do a couple pumps on here. And I don't know if I've ever used this foundation with a beauty sponge before, but I did wet my beauty sponge today, which I honestly never do. I use brushes like all the time, but I wanted to use my beauty sponge today, so I'm gonna try this foundation with a beauty sponge and see if I like it. Look at all the redness getting covered up. I love it. Bye bye redness. I actually don't mind that with a sponge. So I'm gonna go in with a concealer. I'm gonna use the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer. I use the shade C1. This is a really good like brightening color on me. And I'm just gonna go in. Just like that. I don't know if I've even used this concealer with a sponge before, so I'm gonna use my beauty sponge to blend it out, and the tip on my sponge is really weird and wonky. I probably should get another one, but I never use this thing because I always forget to wet it. I am gonna take a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair and just dot it, because I feel like that didn't really cover up a lot. I still see, I don't know if it's from my light or if it's really just showing through, but I feel like I can see my dark circles. I definitely think it's light, but that's okay. I'm gonna use the Coty Airspun powder, loose powder, and I'm just gonna set literally right under my eye, and I'm gonna use a brightening powder for the rest of my under eye area. I'm gonna take the Fenty Beauty powder. This is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder in the shade Lavender, which is pretty interesting, but it's supposed to like really brighten. So I just like to take a little bit on my brush and just set. It's definitely brightening. I mean, yeah, totally, definitely. I didn't put concealer anywhere else. Hold on. Hold on. I forgot to do concealer like in the middle of my face. Good thing I didn't set the rest of my face yet. I'm just gonna do a little bit of that. That with my sponge. The nose might be a little weird because I might have gotten a little powder on the nose, but that's okay. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay. So to set the rest of my face, I'm gonna use the L'Oreal True Match powder. I'm just trying to use this shit up, honestly. I'm really close to being done, but I don't want to throw it out. Like, I feel like that's a waste. So I'm just trying to use this up. It's not a bad powder. Would I repurchase it? Probably, if I really wanted to. But I have other powders that I've been wanting to use, but I want to get rid of this one first. In case you were wondering, I am an oily ass bitch, so I like to push my foundation. I like to push my powder like literally into my skin to avoid any oil, and it just helps my makeup last a little bit longer, I find, because throughout the day the oils just like to seep through and ruin your makeup. Really quick, I'm gonna go back into the Riviera palette and I'm gonna do my under eye real quick. So first, I'm pretty much gonna like copy the top to the bottom to the top, whatever. So I'm gonna take the shade Palm first, which is the darker brown. I'm just gonna put this along my entire lower lash line, keeping it super, super close to, you know, define. So I'm just gonna go right into the shade Coastline and just blend out that line and kind of just blend out the lower lash line. First, I'm gonna take some NARS Laguna bronzer and I'm gonna contour my nose with this. This is like the only bronzer I use to contour my nose, and I love it. So I'm gonna use that. Before I do my actual contour, I'm gonna take this Wet n Wild contouring palette. And I like to use this light, if you can tell, I like to use this lighter shade. And I'm just gonna use this to blend out my nose contour. It just kind of like softens it, but it doesn't like get rid of it. You know what I mean? It just like softens the edges. For contour, I'm going to use my tried and true Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. As much as I'm not even going to say my opinions on Kat Von D, because I don't really care, honestly. But I do love this Shade and Light palette. I don't like much from her brand, just because it's more of like edgy or whatever, and I'm just not that kind of person. But I do love this contour palette, if you haven't noticed. So I'm going to take the lighter shade in the palette. It's the shade, Subconscious is the color. And I'm just going to use this to contour my cheekbones. I'm also going to do a little bit under my chin. I try to hide the double chin. You know, I try. Don't always succeed, but first I'm going to use this little hourglass bronzer that I purchased recently. It's the Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Diffused Bronze Light. And I just got a mini one because I didn't know if I was gonna like it. It's like this color. And I did use it once and I liked it. I'm gonna try it again today, and I might use something else on top of it. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer on top, just because I feel like I just need it. Like, I'm gonna go back into that Wet n Wild palette, and I'm gonna take the lighter shade again, and I'm just going to carve out that contour. Okay, so I'm gonna use, I'm sorry that this isn't available anymore, but this is like my ride or die, and I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this blush. I don't even know if I've ever used it. I only really use the highlighters in here. I do really like this blush in it, but I'm gonna try out this one. First, I'm gonna take the Mary Luminizer from the Balm. This I use every single time I do my makeup. I have a little pan thing because I use this teensy tiny little brush, and I use this for my inner corner and my brow bone every single time I do my makeup. I'm gonna use the Becca, Chloe and Malika palettes. This is the face palette, and it's the Chloe one, so it's the lighter shades. This highlighter in here is amazing. So I'm gonna use the highlighter in here. I'm gonna do a little down my nose as well. Okay, I'm just gonna use some MAC Fix Plus to just kind of like combine all the powders. I used a lot of powder because I'm an oily ass bitch, like I said before. So I'm just gonna spray this to kind of soak everything in, and you know. I am gonna go in with the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. This is new and it's amazing. I've used it one time. I'm like, it's amazing. I've used it one time and I do like it. So I'm just gonna use this. Next, I'm just gonna use the Marc Jacobs eyeliner. This is in the shade, well, it's black. I'm just going to line my lower lash line with this. And I'm not gonna get this on camera, so I'll just be right back. This is gonna be a struggle. I'll be right back. We're back. I did it. I'm still alive. Next, for mascara, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Lash Discovery mascara for my lower lash line. I love this mascara for my lower lash line because it has a teeny tiny little brush. So I'm just going to for my upper lashes, I'm gonna use the Smashbox Superfan mascara. I love this mascara for my upper lashes. I'm gonna go in with this L'Oreal lipstick. It says collection exclusive. I'm not really sure, but it's in the shade Eva's Nude. This is what it looks like. I don't know if they still sell it, but I have it in my collection and it looks really pretty, so I'm gonna use it. And I'm just going to top that lipstick with some of this Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade On Repeat. Alright guys, this is the end of today's video. I hope you really enjoyed this look and watching how I got it. I really love how this turned out. I think it's so cute. Definitely super wearable. So when you're out shopping for eyeshadow palettes, definitely don't get scared by a palette that looks like this, because you can get a wearable look from it. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know if you want to see like a brow tutorial or like a how I contour or highlight kind of tutorial. Anything, honestly, palettes that you want to see me use. Anything. If you want to see me use this palette with some of the brighter colors, let me know. I would love to do that. I probably still will anyway, let's be honest. Thank you for stopping by today, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.